All right, we are back. Ice cream cake in hand. I don't know if you guys can actually see this. Let's see if it works. Hey, there we go. Ice cream cake. Bam. I was gone. I know. I know. You all missed me so much. Let's move that out. This is the old Carvel ice cream cake. Balabom, welcome on in. Good morning about that. A wild Annihilate the Probes event appeared. So that event that we saw on the calendar that we were missing finally popped up. You prefer Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's good. Dairy Queen's good. Hey, here's the event we thought we were missing. It just launched. Going out and killing Borg probes. I can kill 36s with my Vidar at 4,000 apiece. That would be about 40 kills that I would need. I get about 25 per trip with the Strange New Worlds crew. Just going to apologize right now for the extra mouth sounds. Some people I know do have an issue with that or do find it slightly annoying, especially when you're eating during a stream. But we're celebrating. It's our 1-year stream anniversary. So what's a stream anniversary without ice cream cake? All right, so now we do have an extra event now to do, tack that onto the calendar. But this does also bring up an interesting thing. You need 400,000 points for the probes. I'm guessing you are 50 plus then? For your point totals to be that high? At least the probe event also counts for one of the fleet commander events a little bit. You're going to get a very slight overlap on your fleet commander event where you are hunting battleships with an interceptor, but not by much, because I mean, what are you killing? You're killing 36s. You kill Borg probes at best. You're getting 210 points a kill when you need 345. When I need 345,000. So there, again, the higher the level, the less overlap there is. Dominion hostiles or faction hostiles will probably be how most people end up finishing these events off today. But it certainly is going to be a bit annoying and tedious at the quantity of events that we do have going on. You're Ops 42 and you need 400,000 points for your probe SMS? That doesn't sound right. You Annihilate the Probe SMS to finish it. You need 400,000 points? And you're only Ops 42? That sounds like a mistake, because I'm Ops 48 and I need 160,000 points. All these events, people in your alliance are doing Cardassian armadas. Well, I mean, maybe they're just like, screw it, I'll finish them later. Maybe when places are less crowded. Everybody's out here doing clear the coast. Everybody's hunting Borg probes. They're just like, whatever. I'll worry about that crap tomorrow. Balabom saying he's got 400,000 at Ops 56. Denver Stone needs 399,000 at Ops 45. That's really weird then that there'd be such a weird variance there. Bel Air's 44 and he's got the 159 like I have. So, I don't know, and you're on server 69, so it's not even like a server age thing. Just loaded PC and had an update. Maybe they made your SMS harder because you have a Talios. That could be likely as well. If since you already do have a Talios, they probably are basing it off your ship strength on that, perhaps, and may have given you a higher event total because they're expecting you to be able to kill higher level things. If you have a Talios, you can probably kill 37s, I would guess. Again, not knowing it. So if you need 400,000 points, you would kill 37s at 10,000 points apiece. Still have to do 40 kills, which is what I'm going to have to do on 36s, is about 40 kills to finish up the event. Ace, you have a Talios, and yours is the same as mine. Well, then I got nothing. So yours is tier 3, and you can kill the level 39 or 37s. Okay. Ace, maybe it's because you're ops level. I don't know. Maybe it's some weird combination of events. I mean, that's true. We can't discount the fact that perhaps, Scopely just didn't roll out all the events properly. There's always that 5% chance of that happening, right? Scopely math strikes again. There you go. But, all right. And there is one more final thing that we also want to do here. So, we haven't had one of these questions in a little while, and I did want to bring it up again. Since today is the Super Bowl, everybody likes to have their Super Bowl parties. Everybody likes to have, even if you're just hosting at home, everybody likes to have their Super Bowl snacks. Is there a particular favorite snack food for football parties, or the Super Bowl party especially, that each of you has? It's kind of considered this our Mrs. Tiberius question of the week. This is a conversation we were having the other day when I was at the grocery store trying to figure out what exactly we wanted to get to watch the game tonight. We ended up with I got some wings, honey barbecue wings. We went with bagel bites, because those are always tasty and delicious, and Auntie Anne's has in the frozen food section pretzel dogs. A little different than the traditional like Nathan's Pigs in the Blankets, kind of more of like the full length hot dog in the pretzel bun that we have not had yet. We do like them from the Auntie Anne's store. They're delicious when you get them live and fresh and hot, or as fresh as they are when they're sitting there in that little case for an hour or two. But we'll see what the frozen variety end up tasting like when we have our little football snacks later. So kind of made me start to wonder, and we have ice cream cake, obviously, celebrating our streamiversary today. So what exactly are some of your favorite snacks that you guys have? Legend of Jane, nachos. Maverick also going with nachos. Belair's a fan of bagel bites. Balabom he's just straight up drinking. He's just going right for the beer. If you have like beer battered things, is that also acceptable? Or some people do, like brats or other types of sausage that's battered in beer or soaked in beer before they cook it at the old tailgate grill. TC Lion likes their homemade buffalo chicken quesadillas. Okay. We won't talk about quesadillas. Apparently that is a foreign food to one of our community managers. A mini Reuben bites. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Now the Reuben is the one with like the coleslaw and like the Thousand Island dressing. That's what that sandwich is, like corned beef or something with that, I think, if I'm thinking of the right sandwich. Olympus, you do popcorn if it's just like 2 or 4 people. Okay. Just get your popcorn ready and watch the game. Okay. Aaron's going with pizza. Can't go wrong with the fan favorite there, right? I'm sure if I tried to order pizza right now, they'd probably, well, right now it might not be a problem. If I tried to order pizza at like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, they'd probably tell me it's like a 2 hour wait. And that's weird too because, again, it maybe depending. If I ordered from the good pizza shops, they would tell me it's like an hour or 2 hour wait. If I want just, generic cardboardy pizza, I'm sure I could get that much faster, but I wouldn't really want to eat that, to be honest. If I really wanted bad pizza or cheap pizza, I would just, get some Elios or something like that and throw it in the oven. I'd actually probably be happier with that than I would with what some of these other places are selling and passing off as pizza. I'm a little bit of a, I'm a big pizza fan, and I really get offended at what some people like to put off as pizza, especially here in New Jersey, where I can throw a rock and hit 6 pizza shops, because every strip mall pretty much has one. So you've got a shopping center, you've got a Chinese place on one end, you've got a pizza place on the other, and then you've got a bunch of stores in the middle, half of which have gone out of business and are empty, but the pizza store and the Chinese restaurant are still in the strip mall. And, when you have so much competition, you really expect people to really try to distinguish themselves. And sometimes they don't, and it's really just generic, and you're just like, well, who's eating this? But I guess some people, everybody's got their own particular tastes, right? Corned beef or pastrami, sauerkraut, Swiss, Russian dressing on rye. There you go. That's the traditional Reuben. It's Russian dressing, not Thousand Island dressing. Thank you. Well, that sounds delicious, and I hope you guys enjoy that and have a good time. Ace, you're not going to watch the game, but pizza's always good with you for big events. Sure. Norwich, you don't know about snacks. You're having ribs today. Okay, ribs is always a good one. We're using a lot of the annual dishes for your fantasy football draft. Well, that's cool. Do you have a little bit of a nice little party for that? We used to when we would do live drafts. Everybody kind of switched because of COVID and things like that to doing more of the online drafts the last couple of years, and then we just didn't go back. And then this year I decided to this is my final season, I think, doing fantasy football. I've been doing it for 15 plus years, just kind of run its course. I find myself watching less and less football each year and staying up on the players and, jumping on the waiver wire and making all the moves right away and things like that. So I feel like now's kind of a good time to bow out while I'm still, at the top of the game, having won championships the last year or two. So Jersey style pizza is so weird. Okay. You'll be at the BFF place. Popeyes and wings are a good time with friends. No grinding or mining, at least that people can see. Okay. Problem with getting pizza delivered today is the lack of drivers. That does very much depend on the area that you're in, and especially what the gas prices are in your particular area. For sure, I know that there are definitely parts of the area, parts of the country, and things like that. If you're paying $4 a gallon for gas, people don't want to be delivery drivers, or higher, $5, $6. In California, I think it's as high as $5 or $6 in certain areas. I don't want to spend 20, 30 minutes driving back and forth to make a $5 tip when it cost me $6 in gas to do it, and I'm putting the mileage and the wear and tear on my car. It's just kind of a losing proposition. For sure.